following is a special presentation. From the Captain eSports Network.
This isn't just a game. This is iRacing. We are up in the great state of Wisconsin as we get you ready for some racing here on the dirt. It is Friday night dirt racing in the short track Rivals Racing from Cedar Lake Speedway here in Wisconsin as we get ready for race number 6 of the Midwest Invasion Tour. I am the captain. We welcome you in, and of course racing here tonight presented by Butt Kicker. Also by Dre, by Rogue Energy, by Admin Box, Surge Performance, and SimRackMarket.com. As we get you ready for racing, qualifying is underway officially here from this 3/8 mile track up in New Richmond, Wisconsin, where today, unfortunately, we started the morning off with some terrible news for those that feature the dirt racing as their big hobby. Of course, I don't know really how else to word it, as I'm not one that grew up with dirt racing, but I did know the name of Scott Bloomquist, and of course, losing his life in a plane crash this morning. Some terrible news in the racing world. He is one that no matter what form of racing you like, you knew the name. You know, he had a past on him, you know, good or bad. But one thing we knew is when he put that helmet on, the guy knew how to race. And what I mean by that is he had 497 starts in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, 94 wins in those 497 starts. He made 241 in the World of Outlaw Late Model Series starts and winning 33 of those, including winning championships 4 times in both those series combined. So tonight you're going to see a little tribute to him as they're on track for the main event, but we'll get ready for some racing coming up here momentarily in the short track Rivals Racing event here from the Cedar Lake Speedway here in Wisconsin. Again, we appreciate everybody for joining us here this evening. The main event tonight going to be 45 laps, and should be an exciting one. This track, as you see, is already slickening up, and I think you're going to see some fun racing here. Seth Castell has put himself up there on the pole once again with a 15.59. Of course, he was fast last week. He and Stephen Barrow, who had himself a great race. He is up there in P2 right now. Tim, need I say Tim the Toolman Taylor? He's up there in third. Jason McManus and JJ Martinez right now, your top 5. Everybody's pretty much run laps. That's why you haven't seen me cut to the track really for qualifying. Is got started a couple minutes late here on the broadcast, but we're going to be here for the big events coming up here in about a minute or so when it's over with. So let's go ahead and step aside right now. We'll do the national anthem. We'll come back and get you the heat racing here at Cedar Lake in the short track Rivals Racing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Guess it helps when you turn your microphone on. I'm over here talking to myself. We get ready for the heat race coming up here momentarily. I showed you the starting lineup, the 7 starters right there. Castle the fastest, Tim Taylor, Martinez, Mansberger, McDuff, Howard, and Burns. 8 laps. Should get 2 heat races in, it looks like, before the main event here this evening. Pretty good turnout of drivers here as we get ready to go racing. Appreciate those who are joining us here on the Captain Esports Network to watch. And should be a pretty good show here as cars roll off this 3/8 mile track. Track looks like in pretty good shape. Should have some grip here for a little bit as it slickens off. I would not be surprised to see this track move its way up towards the top. Not like what we saw last week. Hopefully everybody enjoyed last Friday night's race. There was some wild stuff, especially mid-pack in that race last week. And we'll see if we can do it again here tonight. Should be some fun stuff here. As last week it was I-55 Raceway. Tonight, Cedar Lake, right here in Wisconsin. Enjoy some cheese curds and some dirt racing. Sounds like a pretty good mix if you ask me. As they come off of turn 3 and 4, and they'll see the green flag as pace truck pulls off, and here we go. I was going to say there's a pace truck joining the field, but it turns off of turn 1 over there. It took off racing as we go 2. I'm going to have to get used to that one. As Castle gets a pretty good jump and leads lap 1. Martinez up to the 2nd position. Taylor up to 3rd. Mansberger, Howard, and Burns, your top 5. And dueling number 4s again up here. Right there for 3rd. Taylor under attack. Is to the bottom side goes Mansberger in that E86 car. Not sure if there's a joke behind that or something. Up top side there is Ryan Howard in the 04. Our 3rd number 4 of the race. Good opportunity for these guys to get used to each other on the track here, as Duff did not make the start of the race, it looks like, here he's taking his car behind the wall, but Howard already getting up there on that cushion as he tries to get up there on top side of the 86. Not able to do so yet. Top 5 all within about a second and a half of each other here. Pretty tight up here at the front. As Castro picking up where he left off last week at I-55. Martinez 4/10 back. Taylor a second back. And then right here the battle for 4th and 5th with Howard and Martinez. With 4 different grooves right there. This track already looking real good. Spreading out pretty wide. The 99 at Taylor already starting to climb to the top as we hit the final lap. Castro, he about led every lap of the main event last week. Led every lap of the heat race last week. He's going to pick up where he left off. As 4 car comes off turn 4, wins heat race number 1. As Martinez exits stage right, literally. Taylor 3rd. Mansberger, Howard, Burns. The 6 cars to finish. McDuff in the 7th position. And just like that, it switches over to heat race number 2. iRacing doesn't play around with this. They go right to it for those who have never seen this before. Here's going to be your 6 starters in this race. Stephen Barrow and Jason McManus. Gabe Griffin and Butch Baker. Andy Denham, Tyler Bickford will be your 6 starters here in this race. Racing with 47 and 11. Hello. Yes, I appreciate the letting me know that, by the way. Appreciate the viewers hanging out here tonight. Of course, the captain getting used to the old broadcasting of dirt racing again. It's been a little bit since I had done some dirt racing till last week. And they put on a good show for me to get used to here. And you see the cars back out there on track as we'll get ready for another 8 laps of racing here. Kind of unique how the pace truck will take off. It's almost like it's running away. There he goes. He takes off. Green flag is out. Heat race number 2 underway with McManus and Barrow. Your front row as McManus takes her high and wide to tire number 1 and 2. I thought at first he wasn't going to make the corner. Griffin, Bacon, Denham, and Bickford all right here in the pack. Watched Denham earlier a little bit in practice. In another session when he was out there just running some laps. These guys definitely put the seriousness in dirt racing. Ooh, Baker getting a little out of shape there. Had to catch her. Sun playing a little bit of a factor right now through 3 and 4s. Right on board with Baker in the 97. Right down there on that low side, right down on those tire thingies. Almost like a rump. 4 laps complete. The 5 of Griffin trying to get underneath Barrow. Steven had a fantastic run from the back last week. I do not have that kind of talent right there. It's impressive to be able to just get up there and put that right rear right up against that outside wall and get as much grip as you can. Griffin's making it work. He's trying to get up there and make a run for this. They're going to come to the white. This is going to get close here this time by. Final lap. Who's going to get the heat race win here as McManus climbs to the top as Barrow to the bottom. Through 3 and 4, it looks like McManus will take the run off the top side and get the win. Barrow, Griffin, Baker, Denham, and Bickford. Your 6 finishers all within 1.9 seconds. Great heat race right there. All right, so these guys are going to get an opportunity to warm the cars up now. They'll get, was about a 5-minute period here to get warmed up. So as these guys warm up out here on the track, let's take a look at the point standings as we entered tonight in the Midwest Invasion Tour. Gabe Griffin leading the points. Of course, Castro became the first two-time winner in the series last week, as he's now tied for second there in the points behind Griffin. Butch Baker up to fourth. And Ryan Howard right there in the top five. And it's a 15-point separation between first and second, as we got 3 races to go entering tonight. What they're doing here in the warm-up right now is they are actually doing a tribute to Scott Bloomquist right now as they do the missing man formation. And this is our opportunity as they do this missing man formation. We're going to take a moment of silence here and pay our own tributes to a legend, unfortunately gone too soon, in the dirt track legend of Scott Bloomquist. You see the paint scheme of Bloomquist on that number, the number 58 there. It's actually McManus there in that 10 car here tonight. But, you know, I saw a really cool post earlier. It was interesting to think about this. You know, in 2001 when NASCAR lost Dale Earnhardt, it was like they lost their guy, basically on the NASCAR side. And on the dirt side, I saw today where somebody said, the dirt side lost their Dale in Scott Bloomquist. So, obviously a tough day for all of racing in general. So, rest in peace to the great Scott Bloomquist, as they'll get out and run a few more laps now and get ready for the main event here shortly. Shane Yates and Joseph Grandy did not run any laps in the heat race, so we'll see if they get out here and run the main event. Of course, the series runs here on Tuesday and Wednesday nights, Tuesday and Thursday nights, I should say. Tuesday nights, the 305 wing sprints. Thursday night, limited late models. And of course, on Friday nights here, the Midwest Invasion Tour of the street stocks. The only cars I could probably handle. And I barely can do that on dirt. If anybody's in. Everybody pretty much hanging out in our own Discord channels and stuff here. Should be wrapping up in about a minute or so. And it gives us a good opportunity to talk about a couple of sponsors that have been hanging out here in the Captain eSports Network. Want to give a shout out to 40 Racewear. Even on dirt or asphalt, wherever you like to race, you can check out 40 Racewear and get your shoes and gloves and other merchandise and more, and race with the pros and the other drivers here. 40 Racewear. You can check out their website down in the race information, or just type in 40racewear.com. And a big shout out to MC Racing out of Fort Wayne. Of course, sim racing in person. You can go right there in downtown, jump on a simulator. If you've never done it before or would like to go check it out, you can, of course, sit on the simulators and go racing there at mcracing.com, or MC Racing in downtown Fort Wayne. Big shout out to Mark. And it's definitely a lit up place every week. If I get a chance ever to see down there or walk past it, I see the lights out there in the front. You can go right in there, music, and have a good old time racing on a simulator. And even some pros. Some of the drivers will go in there and run official sessions and stuff for iRacing in the racing there at MC Racing. So I was just reading chat. I didn't realize that was an SB, not a 58, so my apologies for that. Even when I wear glasses, I can't see. All right, take a look at the lineup here as they pretty much separating out by how they finished in both heat races. As Casto and McManus in row 1, row 2, JJ Martinez and Stephen Barrow. Tim Taylor, Gabe Griffin, row 3, row 4, Gary Mansberger, Butch Baker. Ryan Howard, Andy Denham, row 5, row 6, Tracy Burns and Tyler Bickford. And on the final row, least, or certainly not least, I should say. Hey, Mark. Junior McDuff. And by the way, you do some dirt racing. Imagine that. Go do some dirt racing while you're there at MC Racing. All right, let's get a close-up of this car here again. So, since I screwed that one all up a little bit there. You see the Bloomquist name there on the front. Guess I'm not really going to get a close-up of it, am I? There we go. RIP to the legend Scott Bloomquist, the SB that I thought was a 58 on his car. But you see he's ready to go, and if he could win this race in that car, that would be kind of cool to see. Jay Choi hanging out here in chat. Yep, Tim the Toolman Taylor. I came up with that earlier. His green flag is out. Main event here from Cedar Lake. 45 laps around this 3/8 mile track. And look at already spreading them out 2-3 wide. Back there around the 4th position. Talking of dirt racing on a Friday night. Ryan Howard back here, the 4, trying to go up the middle. Butch Baker top side. 86 of Mansberger in the middle there. Taylor already up to the 4th position. You see the car starting to move up as this track slickens up. You want to put that right rear right up there against that wall. Get whatever grip you can. Ooh, some contact there, and then it slides up on the 4, Martinez, and they're still beating it, banging down here to turn 3. Almost 3, almost 4 wide. Rubbins racing, huh? Put him on the dirt. Ooh, Baker clobbering the outside wall there. He'll shake it off and keep going. Casto leads by about 0.2 of a second. Got a 10th over McManus does over Griffin, Martinez, and Taylor. As we complete lap 7 already in this main feature. These laps are going to fly by quick. Here's that 5, looking pretty good of Griffin. Martinez, and then Taylor falling back there. You see the top side starting to really come to work. As the 99 of Taylor stuck in the middle. Barrow right down there in that bottom lane. And what's crazy about these guys on dirt, they don't run with spotters most of the time. If they do, I guess they're technically cheating, because from what I've learned, dirt drivers don't use spotters. You just kind of go off the sound of the cars, and it's kind of know where they're going, I guess, per se. Martinez kind of clipping the wall there a little bit. Side by side for 5th. See how slick that track's getting as Taylor slides up there towards that middle groove. McManus all over that back bumper. It's only a 10th between Castle and McManus, who looks low. We ride there with the Bloomquist car. Everybody pretty much running pretty similar laps. They're already running zeros and ones around this track. 14 complete. Lights start to come on. McManus putting that pressure on. Let's go back here. 10th and 11th. A couple of sevens. Andy Denham. That's him on the outside lane. Tyler Bickford on the inside lane. Bickford was running some pretty good laps here just a moment ago. Now he's going to try to gain some track position from the back here. Gets up on that tire beam, or I don't know what the proper term for that is. Like a rumble strip down there. Keeps you on the dirt instead of getting on the grass. Bickford not able to make the pass. He's trying. He's taking that short way around, but you're just able to carry the momentum off the top side. He'll clear him there. He'll slide up and take the 10th spot away. Castle still 2/10 up. Everybody kind of spreading out now a little bit as this track slickens up. Now going to go to work on Mansberger in the 86. And one thing I heard him talking about last week when we talked about that bottom side is just how much you had to be patient with the throttle and just be careful with it, because obviously these tires are going to wear out as we go longer and longer in this run. We're 2 laps from the halfway point already in this main event. Getting tied up here, 4th position. Look at this. Taylor making a move inside of Martinez. Ooh, Martinez bouncing off that wall. And this is the part of the race where it starts driving like you're on ice. Oh, slide job. Hammers him into the wall, and the 45 goes around. Stephen Barrow going to bring out the Surge Performance Yellow. And first caution here. Slide job kind of gone wrong as Barrow's going to come to pit road. And a couple others maybe getting some damage fixed, or we'll see what happens here. But these spots obviously reset. Pit road on the outside of the track. That's another one I get used to. But a big shout out to Surge Performance as they sponsor the yellow flag here on lap number 24. You will notice that the grid kind of goes bonkers during this time period, and that is because, see if we can get a replay real quickly here, and that is mainly because when a wreck happens like that, it actually it resets the lap, so think of it as the cars are starting a new lap at that moment. All right, so here's what happened. Barrow gets turned sideways. Already happened here. Let's get one more look real quick before we go green. Because cautions on a dirt track are really quick. The 4 gets in the outside wall there. He's up there climbing the berm. He's struggling big time there. Gets into the 99 there, and just a chain reaction. Bam, gets clobbered by the 07 and more. So tough break there as caution comes out. All right. Look at that. Made it back before the green came out. All right, getting ready for the green here. Short track rivals racing. Castles led all the laps. He's got McManus there to his inside. Gabe Griffin, Butch Baker, Tim Taylor, your top 5. Hello, Dana. The boss man watching. I got to behave now. Of course, we know how this works. Cautions usually bring cautions. Right off the bat, you see the 86 and 99 side by side. 3 wide, almost back here for 6. And this is a fixed setup series, by the way, so everybody's gotten the same stuff. It's a matter of how you take care of your car. Almost 4 wide there, a little contact. Yeah, these cars got fenders. Use them. Top 4 have kind of broken away. First battle here, 5th, 6th, 7th. A little bit of a slider there. As Ryan Howard up to the 6th position. Oh, somebody lost the front end there. Junior McDuff going Junior McModified in that front end. As old Doc said in the old Hudson Hornet and the movie Cars, turn right to turn left. Castle's still up by 2/10, but I'm seeing McManus making progress. He's got that top side. Starting to roll here. He's also got pressure from the 5 of Griffin. Good stuff right here. I hear the winner's going to go jump in the fountain in the middle of the track. 2 laps complete in the short track. Rivals Racing Midwest Invasion Tour. 32 now. That's 13 to go. Oh, these 3 getting tight. Well, it's kind of separated as they go further back. And caution comes out. Gabe Griffin in trouble back here. And for the second time, the Surge Performance Yellow going to come out. Gabe Griffin was having a great run up there in the top 3. Let's see what happened. Got himself up on the wall there a little bit. Goes to the bottom side of McManus. McManus goes down there with him a little bit. These guys are trying to find the right lane to get around. Oh, he gets a piece of the front end and just loses it, and then Baker helps him out. Just good dirt racing right there. And unfortunately, just that little hook of the bumpers sends the 5 spinning, and then Baker just finishes them off with the spin. Easy to do here. Our second Surge Performance Yellow out on track. Of course, the cars will reset back. 10 laps to go here. Castles led them all. pace truck just brake checked the whole field. That was interesting. The pace truck is playing mind games with the field right now. I think the field's going to have to stop and wait on the truck to come around here. There it is. I think Dana's driving the pace truck tonight. All right, should be one to go this time by. I think, yep, lights will go off. We'll have 10 laps to go here. Castle's led them all. But McManus has been right there. Taylor back up to third. Baker now fourth. Bickford fifth. As we're back at it. Go for Bro! 99 into the 58. Big junk. I say the 58, the SB car. And unfortunately, McManus goes around from second. And our third, Sturge Performance Yellow out on track. As McManus is going to come to pit road. And a tough break for the Bloomquist Tribute car. Cautions breed cautions. We're too wide in the corner. A little contact there with McManus and Castle. Kind of had him checked up, and it's kind of a chain reaction from there. 5 cars at least with damage, including the actual 58 car of Junior McDuff. Tim Taylor hangs a left. He's going to park her in the middle of the track or something. Or is he going in the lake? Farming out here somewhere. Might be a shortcut to pit road, I'm guessing. Hey, easy now, Jay. This is a family show. Come on now. There's the contact with the 18 and 4. And yeah, there's the chain reaction. Nice job by everybody on the top side to go around. A lot of positions gained there if you stayed on the top side. That's going to throw Butch up here into the second position as Green has come back out with Castle leading this thing at lap 38. Baker up to second. He's under attack from Bickford. Ooh, Bickford, who's come from the back, by the way, started 12th, up to second. He has been literally Bob Ross in that bottom lane, except there's no paint down there. Oh, caution back out. Looking for it. And Tracy Burns has gone around over here into 46, I think that number is. Up 16. What happened to him? Never. There's never too excessive here. Are you kidding me? Come on. Oh, gets up there on the outside wall. Contact there, and he just loses it. Our third Surge Performance Yellow comes out, the 46. Like right here. Oh yeah, he gets the wall and then The the 86 just kind of spins him around. And we'll get the green here. 5 laps to go. And I believe we're going to get a single file restart now. And I think that's why the other caution went so quick and this, or the last one went long, because they were trying to get the double and single files figured out. But green flag, back out. Astle, Bickford, Baker, Denham, Martinez, your top 5. 3 of the top 4 started from 8th on back. And caution back out. Oh, one on his lid. Stephen Barrow. Brings out another Surge Performance yellow. Let's see here. McManus there behind him. Oh, both going for the same piece of real estate. Low contact there, and well, Burrow decided he was going to go watch the race in the campgrounds, it looks like, and unfortunately, the fence didn't let him. It almost looked like it broke the left front or something when they made the contact there, but you're going to see McManus make the move to the bottom here, and it's almost like he runs over the tire thingy on the bottom, and it sends him up into Barrow's car, and it just turns right there. Either way, caution is back out here with 4 laps to go. Thank you, viewers, for watching here tonight. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. Friday Night Dirt Racing. Going to do it again next week if they let me. And that'll be at Lima Land. 50 laps there before we go to Eldora to finish it off at Lima Land next Friday night over in Ohio, if I remember correctly. Pace car pulls off as Castle leads him again. Has Bickford got anything from second? Boy, how much a dirt track progresses. Everybody was running the top, now everybody's on the bottom. Oh, Bickford got a runoff too there. He got to his bumper. As they come off turn 4, contact, and around goes the leader, Castle. And a caution comes out. And you saw Bickford check up. That was as the white flag was getting ready to wave. Oh, he climbed the tires there. Real close again. I run to the inside and he climbed the tire. And that's what unfortunately got him into the 4. He was getting a great run center off. And it's unfortunately hooks the 4 around. So that's going to put Butch Baker up here in the front now. As we're going to have 1 lap to go here. 1 lap to go. Presented by SimWrapMarket.com. Here we go. Mark Griffin trying to get to the inside of Martinez. Through 3 and 4, Butch Baker gonna bring it off turn 4. See the win at Cedar Lake. Denham and Griffin, your top 3. As Baker gets his first win of the season. there will be a celebration over in the Venom Racing team. Denham gets second. Denham started all the way back in 10th. Griffin started 6th. As we look at the final results here of this wild race here tonight. As Baker wins it over Denham, Griffin, Martinez, Howard, Taylor, your top 6. Mansberger, McManus up to 8th. Castle gets back to 9th. Burns 10th. With Bickford, McDuff, and Barrow finishing 13th. And we'll talk to our drivers here. That finished up in the top 3. Gotta get used to these races. These dirt races fly. I'm used to like hour and a half shows or whatever. This one took literally 20 minutes. Let's talk to our third place finisher here tonight, Gabe Griffin. Obviously, Gabe, great job here tonight, man. That was got wild there at the end a little Western-like, if you will, but able to come back after your little spin to get a top 3.
Well, I really don't know. I'm kind of happy with what I got compared to what happened earlier in the race. But yeah, I didn't want to let happen what happened last week. But yeah, so I mean, I didn't want to get left, so I tried to keep up with them. Ended up tapping him in the rear and by accident, and then got sideways, couldn't save it. I just wanted to come back, finish at least the top 5, and then with like 3 to go or something, the leaders wrecked, and I was in 4th, so I had to try my best to go for a top 3 at least.
Talk about the swings of the track. I mean, everybody was up at the top, and then I saw, I think it was the 07 of Bickford went down there to the bottom, and it seemed like everybody just said, all right, I'm going where he's going, and went to the bottom, and everybody just ran down there the rest of the race.
I didn't really expect everybody to go down low, but I mean, once I got down to the bottom, the middle started working, and then the caution come out. So I mean, really, it's the line that's really going to give you a position.
Well, great job tonight, man. Congratulations. Send some shout outs to everybody too.
I want to thank my dad. He lets me do this. He lets me do this a lot. Thanks to him, M&E Engine Service, Car Work, Hoosier Racing Tires, Chapman Brothers Water.
Well, great job tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely. As Gabe Griffin finishes in the 3rd position here tonight. You have a good points night when it's over with for him. As we'll get him to the interview room where everybody's hanging out. And Andy Denham get himself a top 3 finish here tonight. Andy, congratulations to you on a fantastic race. You and Tyler put on a show back there around 10th. And then this race kind of went crazy. Had some yellows there at the end, and you were able to slip all the way up to the 2nd position and get a finish there.
Yeah, I was pretty much just capitalizing on everyone's mistake. You know, I was struggling there at the start, running pretty much rear the whole race, and then there was a few cautions, and somehow I just snuck through, kept the car clean and straight.
Talk about these cars a little bit. How tough is it? You get this track becoming almost one lane, if you will. I mean, it opened up pretty good at the beginning. Then obviously it slickens up a little bit. Everybody goes to the top, and then at the end, everybody's on the bottom. That had to make it pretty tough.
Yeah, it's pretty tough considering I've actually never raced this track before. So I had probably about a 15-minute practice session before the race. But yeah, it's a tough track. It's an unusual track, but you got to try to work the line, and if it's not working, you got to change it up a bit. Hey, so just got to work with it.
How much fun was it?
A lot of fun, mate. This is my first league, so it's just trying to get a hang of it, really. The struggle's real, but no, it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, send some shout outs to everybody like too.
Look, I just want to give a shout out to everyone that's racing. We want to get as many drivers as we can in here so we can have fun and have a good, clean race with everyone.
Watch out for that maniac out there doing donuts.
Yeah, just having a bit of fun.
Good job, man.
Thanks.
Andy Denham finishing in the second position as Butch Baker's out there just having fun now, I think. Let's talk to the man who's in victory lane tonight. Congratulations, Butch. I'm like, what is this guy doing? He's out here just cutting donuts out randomly. I didn't think dirt people did that.
Oh yeah, you know, we try to get our burnouts in the best we can.
What?
How you doing, Chris?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just learning like we all are. And man, what a great show it was. You kind of hung out there in the top 5. You knocked the wall down a couple times, and then the door opened up there when Bickford and Castle came together, and all of a sudden you were in the lead. And I can only imagine the feelings at that point.
Yeah, it was like the seas parted, and I was like, oh my God, thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. To be honest with you, I didn't think I was going to get a win in this league this season. Them guys up front are extremely talented and very tough, and Seth is, man, he's just a beast. And to be able to get a win, oh man, I'm super excited. And not only that, to be able to talk to you, because dude, we met like, I don't know, what was it, a couple years ago?
Yeah.
And to finally have you broadcast a race that I'm in, and for me to get a win, oh my God, it's just crazy. I just love it.
I'm just waiting for the photo because I'm lucky enough to be in your Venom Racing Discord here. I'm looking over. I don't see a photo yet to celebrate. I figured you'd already had one up.
No, now because I'm sitting here in VR, so I got to wait and I'll do the replay and then I'll get one put up.
Oh, you're violating one of my things. No VR in iRacing. Come on. But no, in all seriousness, great job. Send some shouts to everybody too.
Oh yeah, I got to shout out to all my boys over at Venom Racing, man. Love that team, love those guys. We all support each other. We're all root for each other. Huge shout out to the league and Dana and for everything that they do and everybody behind the scenes. A shout out to you, Chris, for coming on board late in the season and taking over this league and with your broadcast, and you do a phenomenal job, man. I love your broadcast. And also got to thank another good friend of Venom Racing. His name's Dean Reynolds. He's the race director for the Super Dirt Car Series in real life, and he races in iRacing, and he sponsors all of us. And yeah, so I'm just happy to have this win. And last but not least, a huge shout out to my wife Ellen, who lets me come down here and hop on the rig and do this. You know, so
most important shout out of them all, right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great job tonight, man. Go celebrate.
Thank you, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Butch Baker, the winner here tonight, pulls one out here at Cedar Lake. He's going to get to go dive in the lake there in the middle of the track and go celebrate. So congratulations to him. And hopefully he doesn't need floaties because I don't have any. But either way, he's excited. Oh, there he goes. He's heading for it. Don't put the car in the lake. You might need it next week at Lima Land. But yeah, big shout out to him as obviously the win. Great race by everybody tonight. We had a couple cautions, but you know what? That's dirt racing. As these guys put on a fantastic show as always. Appreciate all the viewers for hanging out here tonight. And let's also give our special shout outs to all the great sponsors to help make this league happen. Butt Kicker, of course, Dre. Also to Rogue Energy, to Admin Box, Surge Performance. Of course, you saw them sponsoring the yellow flag here this evening. And of course, SimRapMarket.com, the sponsors of the White Flag Lap, big helpers here in this series. And of course, as I mentioned, all the drivers here, all the fans who watched here this evening. Next week, it's Lima Land, another very short dirt oval that we'll have some fun with on Friday night in the dirt street stocks. Otherwise, we're back Sunday night for the next league race here on the Captain eSports Network, and that'll be from the Iowa Speedway. So looking forward to going to have some fun there as we take off. Remember, this isn't just a game, it's iRacing. See ya!
This copyrighted broadcast may not be reproduced, reused, or retransmitted in any form without the authorized written consent of Captain eSports Network. Captain would like to thank all of his loyal fans for your continued support, and he hopes you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is a special presentation. From the Captain eSports